Pastor Matthew, thank you for having you on this The Waymaker channel this morning. If this is your first time of watching this, please kindly subscribe on your notifications and like as we take you through what is happening. Pastor, this morning, Gowon regretted. I would have allowed Biafra to go as he go close to the grave because we've lost Pa Ayo Adebanjo and Edwin Clark, and Gowon is almost seeing his ancestors. What do you have to say about his statement?
I'll tell you that personally I had conversation with someone from Plateau recently, of course, Paul by name, and I put this question to him. Do you think Gowon is satisfied with Nigeria currently? He told me that Gowon is regretting fighting Biafra war and forcing the Igbos to be in Nigeria. Going by the way the Fulanis are now plaguing Plateau. And their disturbance, their excesses is not limited to Plateau. We have seen it in Benue, that is Middle Belt. We have seen it in South, talking about the one that happened in Delta State recently. We have seen it in Southeast, talking about the one that happened in Ebonyi State. We have seen it in Southwest everywhere, talking about the Barapano local government area and a host of other places. So the point is, no reasonable person having seen how Nigeria fared after the Civil War will be happy and comfortable keeping Nigeria together. Because we are talking about the people of Igbo extraction who are enterprising, who are everywhere. They have that spirit of development. They have that spirit of infrastructural development. Anywhere you see them, they bring development to that area. Keeping them in Nigeria is like keeping them in bondage. It's like holding their glory down. It's like deterring them from performing. Because these are people who want to aspire, who want to explore. And Nigerian system is not encouraging them to bring out all the potential in them by providence. So if you look at what is happening in Middle Belt currently, you look as if the Fulanis have come against them in full force. Though the Middle Belt before now claimed that they are the one that fought off Usman Danfodio, of course, from his incursion getting to the southern part of the country. But the way it is currently, I think the Middle Belt need to wake up and address this impunity from the Fulani Herdsmen. I took note of what came from the governor of Bauchi State the other time, talking about Bala Mohammed, where he said that the Fulani man is a global citizen. That he doesn't need the permission of anybody before he can move from country to country in search of food for his cattle in his nomadic activity. We have equally seen the likes of Arufai in the past, who said that if you kill a Fulani man, that you have taken a loan that must be repaid no matter how long it takes. I'm not saying anybody should kill a Fulani man. But what I'm trying to say is, I think it's going to show the actual character of the Fulani. And now, if you look at what the Global Terrorism Index say, I think it's not collaborating with that statement. Because the Global Terrorism Index says that the Fulani are the fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. We have seen how they carried an attack on the former governor of Benue State, talking about Autumn. And after the attack, they came out boldly to say, yes, we did it. We are Fulani nationality movement. And of course, they say the governor was happy, that the governor may not be that happy next time. So what I'm saying in essence is, these are formidable group, well armed, articulated. And I think the reason we are even seeing the Middle Belters coming together to say, yes, a Turubu is better, is because for the first time in the history of this national democracy, we are seeing a situation where the federal government is questioning the allegation of banditry levied against Bodejo. Of course, Bodejo is the chairman of the ATLR. For the first time, I'm not saying Bodejo is a culprit. I'm not saying he's an ex-convict. I'm not saying he will be convicted. But for the first time, we are seeing the government having the effrontery to question allegation of banditry levied against him. As we have it currently, Bodejo is in detention, and the government has since secured court order to keep him for 2 months to enable them to complete the investigation.
Yes, let's ask you a question. I was privileged to also interview a man about Biafrans, Nigeria holding Biafra not to go. And he told me that the greatest mistake Nigeria do is to hold Biafra not to go. That it would have been better allow Biafra to go, just as you have said, so that Biafra potential can come. You see right now, Nigeria go to China to import, go to Japan and all that. If you allow Biafra to go, we don't need to go to China. We don't need to go to Japan. This guy has what, this guy has more than what the Japans are doing, what the Chinas are doing. Because if you see, most of the people who are producing in China, they are Igbos. These guys are talented. That is high time Nigeria allow them to go. That to be a benefit to Africans.
You know, naturally, when God creates human being, He gives ability. Permit me to dive into the Bible a little bit, because when God was giving directive on how his altar should be built, I think he was talking to Aaron also. He was telling him, I mean Moses, give the people of Israel assignment. Forget about the ability to deliver. I've already deposited the potential in them. What I'm saying is, the Igbos, when it comes to entrepreneuring, when it comes to technology, by providence, God has given them. It doesn't matter whether you like their face or not. You can see the evidence everywhere. Somebody even told me the other day. He said his father told him, I'm talking about somebody who is from the southwestern part of the country, a Yoruba man. He said his father told him that any village he go to and he didn't see a Igbo man, he said, pack your load and leave there. It means that place is not flourishing, it's not capable, it's not good for habitation. So it is clear that the average Igbo man has potential by providence. You cannot, it's like an endowment, a blessing that is bestowed on them by God. So it's not something you can take away by government policy or by fiat. Anywhere you put them, they will manifest.
Anywhere you put Igbo will manifest. Igbos are like a seed that you planted, and it bring more fruit for you. Yes, one will also say that this issue of Samu Ekpa in Finland. Somebody told me yesterday that Bianca, if I remember vividly, it's like you or maybe somebody else. I interviewed that time when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointed Bianca Ojukwu as a minister, as one of his ministers. And I said that this is a very big mistake from Bianca. He will have rejected it. And Igbo told me that no, they want to have insider. But right now, information coming out on our disposal now that it was Bianca Ojukwu that petitions Samu Ekpa in Finland, that the husbands have cancelled Biafra, the husband have agreed one Nigeria. Why is Samu Ekpa causing destruction in Nigeria? And that's what prompted Finnish government to arrest Samu Ekpa.
I think it's everywhere. That rumor, speculation, that Bianca Ojukwu played a major role, a pivotal role in seeing Samu Ekpa arrested. I've equally come across a video where Dr. Ngozi Awabeze, while he was speaking with Spencer, that American journalist, activist, and she did say that Nigeria, through their Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bianca Ojukwu, wrote a petition, trump up charges against Samu Ekpa. Those things are subject to be verified because we do not have access to some level of classified information. But we understand that even the day the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria came to submit letter of credence to Nigerian president, Bianca Ojukwu was by the side. Of course, when the president received the letter, he handed it over to Bianca Ojukwu. That may be understood because I think it's a portfolio.
No, sorry for cutting you. Is it that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu intentionally picked Bianca Ojukwu to subject Biafra?
That is the argument. But the argument is this. People argue that why is it that herself, who is a minister of foreign affairs for states, was the one that needed to be there, not the actual substantive minister. That's the argument. So that is why they now argue that actually it was a calculated and well-planned activity to draft a Bianca Ojukwu into it as a way to convince Finland that, look, this is somebody who fought for Biafra. This is the wife. He is now with the government. Of course, the argument look straight that she will have what it takes to convince the Finnish government. But it's not yet clear whether that was actually transpired.
Before I will let you go, Pastor Matthew, yesterday a lot of chaos in Southeast now, as he has generated a lot of reactions. Yesterday we saw the commotion in the House of Reps, where the Southeast region has been marginalized once again by not allowing any single project to go to Southeast. In fact, the speaker said, they Igbos, the Biafrans over the world, they should wait for supplementary where the project will come out for Igbo nations. What do you have to say about that?
This is yet another area of marginalization, and it's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate because Nigeria, after the war, the government came out clearly under the leadership of Gowon to say no victor, no vanquish. And it's surprising, even after the war, we had the issue of constitution review over and over, and we have what we have today as in the constitution federal character that says that if you give a position, if you share anything that has to do with project, it will reflect geographical spread. But unfortunately, what we are seeing currently is in contrary to that, and it's quite unfortunate. But again, I think this is part of the reason we are seeing agitation for the sovereign state of Biafra. Because it's a situation where you can clearly, anywhere you look, you can clearly see marginalization. You can clearly see things being skewed against them. I said it the other day that even in Nigeria currently, Southeast is the only region where you have 5 states. Every other state in Nigeria, you have 6, and in some cases 7. But unfortunately, in the Southeast, you have 6. And all attention, all effort to make government or governing class or the political class to see reason why they should regularize it and upgrade the Southeast to have up to 6 states and falling on deaf ear all along. So for me, I think this is yet another serious area of marginalization that the government need to correct.
Yeah, is it that Marginalization has been vindicated once again because people in Southeast now, they glamour more and more for Biafra right now. Some of them are saying that all they are waiting for Marginalization to come out and raise the Biafra flag.
No, if it's a vindication, actually, the man, Nnamdi Kanu, have been vindicated time and time over and over again. There's no argument about that because everything he stands for, everything he have said has always been the truth. Looking at the marginalization, looking at how the government will not give attention to the region and all that. I think all you have said have actually manifested. Yes, actually, you have been vindicated.
Thank you so much, Pastor Matthew, for having you on this channel this morning. Viewers, please kindly subscribe and like this page. We'll continue seeing Pastor Matthew on this channel. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. Good day, my SCVers. This is The Way Maker TV. Okay, Mr. James, you are welcome to this program.
Thank you for having me.
Let us look at this disturbing situation. The Fulanis have taken over Middle Belt. Of course, we understand that Middle Belt recently haven't been sleeping before now. Since this government of Tinubu came on board, they have awakened their consciousness to know that they have potential to be great, even more than the rest of the North. But this new trend of killing in Benue, do you think it is not going to reduce the potential of the people of Middle Belt?
Once again, thank you for having me. My greatest happiness this morning is that not only the Middle Belt, the eyes of every other region concerning the manipulations of the Fulani Herdsmen are now beginning to opening. E.g., we saw Southwest here where they have stand and say never again will they allow the Fulani agenda to overshadow them. That's my joy this morning. Talking about the 19 people that was murdered in Benue State is as a result of what we are saying, that the federal government have are incapacitated to solve this issue. If you know that you don't have the strength to solve this issue, allow everybody, give everybody license to burn. Because you
permit me to jump in here, Mr. James. If you are saying allow people to bear gun, which lead to anarchy,
then if you are allowing the Fulani bandit to hold gun, is it not causing the same anarchy? Will I fold my
how
hand?
do you balance it now?
Will I give everybody license to go on? If you are allowing the Fulani bandit to go with AK-47 to control their cow, to go into my farm and destroy my farm, rape people's wife, kidnapping people, and you allow them to go free. Before, I thought maybe probably because Buhari was there, their paymaster, who I refer to Fulani president, he was never a Nigerian president. Now that Ahmed Tinubu is there, why can't he do the needful? Just a few weeks ago, Sidious Musa told Nigerians that the problem of Nigeria are these Fulani bandits. As I speak to you, what do you think is a result that people cannot feed in Nigeria? They cost more percentage of what we are facing, because as I speak to you now, over in the north, they can't go to farm. You will see where Boko Haram, this Fulani bandit, will change the community to bring 50 million before they can access their farm. And those farmers, most of them cannot afford the money. They sit at home. They are no more going to farm again. Go to Benue. They are killing people, scaring people not to go to farm. That is the result of what we are seeing, that you see that food is no longer affordable in Nigeria. So these Fulani herdsmen are causing more harm than good.
But Mr. James, when it comes to Fulani, you are talking about a formidable group. Of course, the global terrorists, they say they are the 4th most dangerous terrorist organizations in the world. To that extent, do you think is what the people of Middle Belt can contain?
we can contend them. This question you just asked me now, this is the reason why I say Nigeria is not serious to stop the insecurity in Nigeria. I am not afraid of anybody to say it. I can look into President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I told him that if he's ready, let him do the needful. Because if you say, you just said it now, the world recognize this Fulani bandits as a terrorist, you know, has Nigeria recorded, declared them a terrorist? The answer is no. But the IPOP who are busy protecting their regions, you went ahead and declared them. Because of what? Maybe you feel that even if marginalizing them in all aspects of where they can benefit from Nigeria, yet these people say they want to go, you don't allow them to go. The next thing you do is to proclaim them as a terrorist organization. Whereas the people who are committing this, you left them alone. As I speak to you, I have not yet where Boko Haram, where IPOP members come to Lagos and destroy property or disturb business not to move. The answer is no. They have not gone to North. They are only in their region trying to secure their region. Don't forget how Nnamdi Kanu formed the ESM that come into existence in Southeast today was as a result of this Fulani bandit. When they were moving in large number to the Southeast to kill people, to rape people in their bushes. And Nnamdi Kanu, I cannot fold my hand and allow this to happen. That's how he formed the ESM. That's why the governors of the Southeast did not agree with him.
Permit me to jump in here, Mr. James. I understand that in the southwestern part of the country, all the governors came together synergized, and today we have what they call Amateku. In the same way, will you encourage the governors in the middle belts to come together to form a security outfit?
It will be very difficult for the governor of middle belt to come and form a security outfit. Why? Because as I speak to you, most of the governors in middle belt have been sponsored by these Boko Harams. Just like the same way the Igbos are telling you that their governors, most of them are Janjaweeds. Their governors have been planted by the same Fulani. That's why they cannot speak for the good of the Southeast. As I speak to you yesterday, when we are talking about the marginalization of Igbos, yesterday he played in the House of Rep. Yesterday we saw the Igbos House of Rep. They were almost throwing blow with the Fulani men yesterday, because as I speak to you, in 2025 project yesterday, the Southeast was pushed aside. There's no single project in Southeast in 2025. And guess what? What the speaker said yesterday, that the Igbos, the Igbo region, the Biafran people, they should exercise patience. It's going to come from a supplementary budget. Where is it done? This is the marginalization we are talking about. This is yesterday, as I speak to you, the rest of Igbos that we are still doubting that probably maybe Nnamdi Kanu is waste of time. Nnamdi Kanu yesterday have been vindicated yesterday, because as I speak to you, millions of Igbos over the world yesterday, they were very surprised and they said yes. They have hands up that Nigeria, there's no more hope in Nigeria anymore. Nigeria's government should allow them, let them go and settle, because right from after the Biafra war, when the Gowon said, no victor, no vanquish. But as we speak right now, the Igbos are in the side of vanquish as I speak to you. Because after that war, they don't allow Igbos to go close to any sensitive position in Nigeria. They don't allow them to rule, to be a president. You saw what transpired in 2023 election, where Peter Obi came with a wave. A lot of people supported Peter Obi. But at the end of the election, you saw what happened. Yes, may the soul of Ayo Adebanjo, the president of our very rest in peace, the only man who stood in Southwest, few among them who stood that justice have to be, they should allow equity for Igbos. This marginalization is Igbo is enough. Moreover, the Hausas, the Yorubas, they have contributed their parts in this called Nigeria. But is it working? The answer is no. The only region that is remaining for we to see if they can do anything to change the situation is Igbo. But as I speak to you right now, they are not allowing them to rule.
Now, exclusion of the Igbo region from the budget, do you think the Fulani may have played any role?
Yes, of course. Fulani are the master plan of that by excluding the Igbos out of this project. That's why the Igbos now, I'm not from Igbo, I'm from the Middle Belt. The Igbos are telling you that their governors are Janjaweeds, their governors are Fulani, plant them so for them to achieve their aim. That's why you are not surprised. Somebody like Hope Uzodinma, who is fourth position, will be used to be number one. And look at the atrocity that is going in Imo State. But as I speak to you, it's not concerned by Hope Uzodinma. All you want that is pocket. It's fooling every day.
Are you not saying that this is a justification behind agitation for the sovereignty of Biafra?
Yes, of course. I've told you that I'm not a Biafran. But for me, so far, everything Nnamdi Kanu have done so far, for me, it's not against the law. But in Nigerian Constitution, in 1999 constitutions, you will see that In 1999 Constitution, every Nigerian have right to agitate for himself, and that's what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying. That's what he's
Because
saying.
the other day, Nnamdi made it very clear that you have right to agitate. We understand that self-determination is a right entrenched in UN Charter that has been ratified in Nigeria. To that extent, is a law in Nigerian legal jurisprudence. Currently, Nnamdi is still in DSS custody, and Nnamdi himself has said, "I will remain in custody until there is an impartial judge to judge this case." Do you see Nnamdi having that energy, that tenacity,
Yes,
that zeal?
of course, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not somebody you can buy over. If you see the last time they brought him to court, you'll be surprised that a man who have not had the time to sleep with his wife, he have not have time to enjoy himself like as you and I are doing, and we can decide to go anywhere now. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been caged over to